Hello dear students, welcome back to the part 3 of the Unit 2, which is the Leadership and Youth Development. In our recent meeting, you have come to know your purpose as a youth and how it is important to turn your passion into purpose. So now, may I ask you guys if you are ready to turn your passion into purpose? Or what makes you unique that you could turn your passion into purpose? Can you type in the comment box what is your passion or what are you good at? What is your craft? Can you guys type it so I could see and so that I could learn that passion that you could turn into purpose as a fulfillment? Can you guys type it? Alright, so while you guys are typing it, I would like to introduce to you some of the initiatives of the youth in the Philippines, and I'm really proud of the Generation Zs and the Millennials as well because, as what I've said, you are not only sitting in the corner looking at the news or watching the struggles or listening to the struggles of people, but you guys are taking part and initiating some programs that could help our society, the people who needs it. So I would like to introduce to you guys, this is an initiative from students, specifically if you are familiar with When in Manila, that's one, When in Manila website. So, they initiated this Jeep Padala, Kalinga sa panahon ng pandemya. So, if you guys are familiar with Lala Move, di ba Lala Move is a courier service in Manila. If we have JNT Express, LBC, or Ninja Van in Ilocos Norte, they also have Lala Move in Manila. And this Jeep Padala is known as Lala Jeep. So, pag may Lala Move, meron ding Lala Jeep. So, what is this all about? The initiators made a directory for the jeepney drivers that can be used for personal agendas like food delivery, package delivery, parcels, errands, etc. So that these jeepney drivers who were displaced during the pandemic, yung mga nawalan ng trabaho because of the pandemic, will have um, a personal fund which they can use to sustain their needs, right? So this is a very good initiative because they are helping the jeepney drivers na nawalan ng trabaho during the pandemic. So people can look into the jeepney directory kung sino ba ang pwedeng i-appoint or i-book na jeepney driver para utusan nila na mag-deliver or mag-pick up ng kanilang parcels. And then in return, babayaran nila yung jeepney driver. So that is the good thing about the Lala Jeep, right? So next, guys, is we also have an initiative saan ang aabot ang 20 pesos mo. Ano ang ambag mo? Hashtag may 20 ako. So, this is an initiative again by the UP students, and then they are soliciting 20 pesos to anybody kasi daw mas madaling mag-solicit ng lower amount to many people than soliciting 100 or 1,000 to people, right? Diba? If you solicit with a minimum amount only, then sure that you will accommodate lots of givers, right? Example in the business, if your item is at a lower price, then sure you will have lots of customers who will buy what you are selling, right? So tayong mga Pilipino, gusto natin yung naka-sale, gusto natin yung mababa ang presyo. So if you have a low price, then sure that you will have lots of customers. So ganun din sa youth development programs. No? If you start with a minimum amount, then sure that you can have lots of givers. So this one, guys, so these are the people that the developers or the initiators were able to help. Ayan. So nakapagbigay sila ng goods and even cash sa mga nangangailangan. So that's the may 20 ako. Next is, all right, so this is during the pandemic, during the ECQ period. So this is an initiative by the Youth for, the first photo is an initiative by the Youth for Human Rights and Democracy. So they are raising funds to buy face masks and alcohol for the hardworking friends and frontliners at the Philippine Heart Center. So, diba, during the ECQ period, ang hirap talagang bumili ng face mask, laging sold out yung alcohols, tsaka the price of the face mask increase. Imagine buying face mask for 50 pesos or even more than that. So it's really hard to buy face mask elsewhere. But now, we are enjoying a face mask or one box na at a lower price na nowadays. So, ayan, this one naman, the second photo is an initiative of UP Diliman, particularly the College of Social Sciences, I cannot read, and Philosophy. So, this is an alay kapwa in the time of COVID-19. So, I guess this was during the time where security guards and construction workers were stranded at the Palma Hall. So, this is the time nakasagsagan ng ECQ period at maraming na stranded sa Palma Hall, particularly in UP. So, ang UP Diliman, nag-call sila ng donation to help these locally stranded individuals at the Palma Hall. Alright, guys, next is the first photo is a donation drive by the College of Engineering. This is naman for online class. So this is to support the remote learning of students. So not everybody is privileged. Not everybody can put foods on their table because not everybody nga has the access to education. Not everybody is privileged to have this online class. So they had this initiative wherein you could donate any pre-love computers or you could purchase a computer for donation. And option number 3, you could donate cash of any amount to procure laptop computers. Okay? Next is, okay, this one naman is parang it's a virtual concert for a cost. Yeah, it's an online fundraising wherein there is a guest band, particularly, ayan, Muni Muni guest band. So, itong banda na to kakanta, tutugtog sila at pwede kang tumulong by donating cash. So, this is naman a collaborative project between When in Manila, ano pa yung isa, Rappler, sorry, I cannot see really. Ayan, basta 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, this is an initiative by 5 companies or 5 initiators. So this is Awit ng Kabataan. Okay, so are we all good with this? So ang dami pang youth programs initiated by the youth na hindi ko lang nalagay. And I am so happy that we are not just relying from the government na tutustos sa ating needs, but we also have these initiatives that could help us sustain our needs, right? So I just hope that these initiatives are sustainable and that they will continue making innovations in order to improve these initiatives, right? Next is we moved on to the purpose of the youth. Now, okay, I guess we are done with this. Let's just do a recap. Youths are learners, of course. Youth is the spring of life because you have the power to transform the nation into a better place. Youth is also the age of discovery and dreams. Next, youths are fighters. You are also problem solvers. So, um, in conclusion, the role of the youth in the nation building is crucial. So before, the generation before was maybe your lolos and lolas are baby boomers. No? So, baby boomers ang tawag sa generation before Generation X. I'm not so sure if X or Y. Yes, tama. Generation X. So, ang mga baby boomers kasi, ito yung mga pinanganak from 1946 to 1964. At yung Generation X naman, ito yung mga pinanganak from 1965 to 1980. Right? After ng Generation X, here comes the Millennials or the Generation Y. Ito yung mga pinanganak from 1981 to 1995. Right? So, after ng millennial, here comes the Gen Z, kayo na ito. Ito yung mga pinanganak from 1996 to present, right? So, before, during the time of baby boomers, they are not, or I mean, they are afraid to voice out their opinions, right? So, it's okay, hindi na lang ako magsasalita because I am privileged, because I eat 3 times a day, because I have food on my table. So, um, I won't complain, right? But now, even if the youth has food on their table, nagko-complain pa rin sila about the things that are complainable or about the things that are going on, the issues, the pressing challenges in the country. Okay, so the nature of the Filipino youth, right? So, what is your nature as a Filipino? So, the Filipino values presented in the preamble have been simplified and categorized in the following. Are you guys familiar with preamble? Okay, can you guys recite it or do you still memorize it? Because I'm sure nung high school kayo or senior high school, somehow pina-memorize sa inyo ito. So ito yung mga nature ng Filipino youth. Una, we are expected to be God-fearing or pagkamaka-Diyos. Okay? So we have faith in the Almighty God. We implore the aid of God. We have respect for life. We have order for work. And we have concern for family and the future generations, right? So, sa work, sa social life, at home, we really value God. And I guess yung mga lolo't lola nyo, in-implore din sa inyo na you should go to church every Sunday, you should always pray the rosary. I'm sure kayo may mga santo kayo sa bahay ninyo, meron kayong picture ng Last Supper. Your family really taught you how to pray, and your grandparents probably are religious also. So, I'm sure some of you also went to Catholic school because your parents wanted you to be more closer to God. Okay? So, hanyo madlaw, the seniors are God-fearing. They worship God, they pray. Number 2 is we are expected to be makatao. So, pagka makatao in terms of love, freedom, peace, truth, and justice. So, in the Philippines, the Commission on Human Rights, they are really powerful in voicing out their needs. But sometimes, no, hindi sila pinapakinggan. At saka, if you remember, yung Commission on Human Rights, ang konti-konti ata ng budget nila na inalaw ng government. Yung kapag ang Commission on Education is billion, Or kapag ka yung ibang commissions or department agencies is million yung kanilang budget, yung commission on human rights is hindi pa aabot ng 1,000,000. So sometimes uh, we are losing our values as humans. Sometimes we fail to show empathy. And when I say empathy, it is putting your shoes in other people, no? Understanding both sides of every situation. So, you guys, we are all expected to show empathy in all situations. Like, for example, online class, most of you hindi nakatake ng quiz. So, of course, we need to consider you guys. So, I gave you a special quiz, right? Because not everybody is privileged. And not everyone has the same life. Okay? So, number 3, we are expected to be makabayan. So, makabayan, unity, equality, respect for law and government, patriotism by observing and developing our patrimony, and letter E, common good. So, may I ask you guys, kayo ba ay makabayan? Tayo ba ay makabayan? No, sometimes we say yes, but in action, it is our actions do not reflect our words. Like, say, for example, once a week na nga lang ang flag ceremony, nalilate ka pa. Okay, who is guilty? Okay, so, once a week na nga lang ang flag ceremony, hindi ka pa seryoso or nakikipagharutan ka pa sa katabi mo. Okay, or you have seen a trash somewhere else, pero hindi mo pa ito pinupulot. You just ignore it. So, those are the things that, little things that means a lot with number 3, which is pagiging makabayan. Okay. Another example of pagiging makabayan, you are fond of items that are from abroad, or you have this colonial mentality na pagka made in the Philippines, medyo hindi mo ito tinatangkilik. Pero pag imported nga kunada, Toblerone nga chocolates and Hershey's, magusgustuam. Ngem no Cloud9 sakit hamon sa kayat. So, those are little things that means a lot. No? Another example is when it comes to music, are you guys listening to OPM or original Filipino music? Is that the meaning? Iso ba meaning na OPM? Okay, so, okay, but, nakikinig ba kayo ng OPM or mas sinatangkilik nyo si Justin Bieber or mas nakikinig kayo sa K-pop? Aminin nyo. 'Di ba? So, pinapakinggan nyo ba si banda? O pinapakinggan nyo ba si Parokya ni Edgar or Eraserheads, or mas pinapakinggan nyo ang One Direction? Hanapin din kita banda BTS in Korea. What else? Ayan. Maybe you are guilty somehow because I am guilty too. Okay. So, what else? Or do you guys still remember playing the katutubong laro like sipa? What else? Patintero, luksong tinik. Have you guys experienced those things? Because as millennials, we experience those kind of things. Or kayo ba ay naglaro na lang sa iPad nyo, sa cellphone nyo, nag-games na lang ba kayo doon? Or what? Okay, so those things that really exemplifies pagiging makabayan. Okay, doing the practices of Filipinos. So that is pagiging makabayan. Picking the trash. Okay, or earnestly singing the Philippine national anthem. Or buying things locally. Diba? Right now, in fairness, people are buying locally now. Nakatadot local goods. We discovered that in this time of pandemic, nakadadumit na agon online selling yun, that everybody's really intelligent and talented in cooking because everybody's selling foods and everybody is selling clothing items. Nakadadot agla live selling. So, really, Filipinos are talented and wise when it comes to entrepreneurship and businesses. So, that's what makes us makabayan. Okay. Next, number 4, the last one, pagka makakalikasan or concern for the environment. So, this applies to waste management or this applies to recycling, right? This applies to clean up drive. Alagot no adamat ti environmental programs or tree planting dita barangay you akit, you also volunteer to do so because you guys will be living here for the rest of your life. So you should do tree planting or anything that will help our environment. Kung nadamot ti beach clean up akit, mapan kayumet, right? So that you could also help our community. And also do not use plastics because our plastics ket mabayag na nga ag-decompose. It will take years. Unlike papers, alisto na lang nga ag-decompose. Ngayon plastic talaga nga it will take long years. So imagine if people will continuously and drastically use plastic, then what will the world be? Okay, can you answer it? What will happen to the world if people will continuously use plastic every day? Can you guys comment? And the best answer will have points. Alakas jay latan. The best answer, I will be giving points. Kadagi jay best answer. So namin duanak nga nagpa-questionan so duwati maikan ti points. Now, guys, we moved on to the youth development programs. So, ayan. So, youth development programs can be run through schools, in churches, in neighborhoods, or at local recreation centers. So, they may operate on a local, national, or even international level. So, they can be recognized and run by young people themselves, or they might be developed by adults. I'm sure familiar kayo kadagitoy. So, NYC, National Youth Commission, is a government agency in the Philippines that specifically addresses issues surrounding the Filipino youth. Its mission is to promote sustainable developmental policies and programs for and with the Filipino youth. So, sino kanyayo ti, can you raise your hand? Sino kanyayo ti SK Chairman or SK Kagawad? Can you raise your hands? Or can you do thumbs up? Can you comment thumbs up? DGSK. Okay, so what is the programs or what is the program of NYC? Ito yung isa. So, they are into international engagement. So, ito yon. This program is an ASEAN Youth Interfaith Camp. Online na siya. Before, they ask for applications and you could go to Japan, to China, and other parts of the world. Ayan, so ito yung mga qualifications for youth delegates. This is free, guys, This is free no kwa. So, ano pa? Ayan, yan pa. So, ready, set, sail. It's the 47th ship for Southeast Asian and Japanese youth program. So, it's a 52-day cultural and educational journey across Southeast Asia and Japan. So, meaning, you will sail. No, aglugan ka ti ship and then you will embark on a 52-day cultural journey and you will get to know the countries in Southeast Asia and in Japan. Okay, so dumanon kayo to Japan. And this is for free if you pass the qualifications. So, subscribe kayo to GNYC so that you could also join, guys. And you share it to your classmates, to the MMSU community. Dagijay na adali. So, you're asking siguro, ma'am, what else does NYC offers? Number one is they have this Kabayani program. Kabayani program is for the out-of-school youth, and NYC will prepare them for education and entrepreneurship. So, tulungan tayo isudang agbasa so that after studying, then they could pursue another education or they could practice business. Number two is they are also connected to SK. Number three, they have this what you call youth organization registration program. Okay? Next is they also have this international engagement. So, eto, yung example. And numbers 5 is they have the NYC volunteers. So, they are asking for volunteers in the country that could help them implement their programs. Another example, ayan, ito pa ang kanilang isang program, yung Project Saizai. So, ano ang Project Saizai na ito? Our historical past remains untouchable, right? And distant to many young people who seems more attached to the modernity of the present times, right? Because sometimes we fail to look back the ancient times or the heroic actions of our heroes, okay? So we are glued on our mobile phones or ML, TikTok, that we sometimes remain distant to what happened in the past. No? So Project Saizai is an initiative which was brought to life by a group of young historians on May 2013. No? Their promise is to instill in the hearts of our techno-driven youth the undying value of our heroes, their wisdom, and their significant contributions to democracy in our country. That is Project Saizai. Okay, next guys is, ayan, this is naman an initiative of DOLE or the DLIP, the DOLE Integrated Livelihood Program and Emergency Employment Programs that seeks to contribute to poverty reduction and reduce the vulnerability to risk of the poor, vulnerable, and marginalized workers either through emergency employment and promotion of entrepreneurship. Naawatan nyo matlaang? Okay, so DLIP is to contribute to poverty reduction. Awan ti marigrigaten by giving them emergency employment. Ikan da isuda ti trabaho da or susurwen da isuda nga aglako by the means of entrepreneurship. So ikan da isuda ti livelihood nga programs. Okay? So, duwan no kwati components, take note, duwat components ti DLIP. Letter A is the Kabuhayan or DOLE Integrated Livelihood Program. Okay, again, I repeat, Kabuhayan or DOLE Integrated Livelihood Program. And letter B, the Tulong Panghanap Buhay sa ating disadvantaged workers. Or the abbreviation is TUPAD. Again, I repeat, it is TUPAD, Tulong Panghanap Buhay sa ating disadvantaged workers. Okay, so these are the, what do you mean by disadvantaged workers? Ito yung mga na-displaced na workers. Dagi din naawanan dati trabaho. And DOLE, being an employment and labor agency and the government, they will give an emergency employment program. Kadagijay na awanan ti trabaho. Okay? So, DOLE helped a lot during the pandemic because many people were laid off from their work, and it is DOLE that gave them another chance and a hope that they will also stand, makakabangon din sila through this employment program. Okay? So, you could refer DOLE to anybody you know na naawanan ti trabaho. Makita yun no kadeta, ayan, tadet. Okay, so you can see this one. Ayan, you can visit that. Another one is a Yeye. I don't know why it is called as Yeye. It's an initiative by DOLE addressing the education to employment needs of the youth. No, so uh, it addresses the education to employment needs of the youth, in which they envision them as educated, endowed with work habits, and they are highly employable. So ano naman ang meaning ng Yeye? So what is the objective of Yeye? So ang una is to address the needs of the disadvantaged youth to pursue an academic or technical course to become more employable and more productive in the labor force. Okay? Number two, to support human capital build up by providing the youth some workplace experience while studying. And number three, to develop the youth on proper work values to formal workplace situation. So, ang main goal nito guys is to help the youth to pursue an academic course or kahit technical course lang. Kahit mag-take sila ng TESDA, okay lang. Or vocational course. Para they will have an employment in the future. Number two, Yeye provides training to the youth by providing them workplace experience. Okay, so tinetrain nila yung mga kabataan on how to have the proper work ethics kapag sila ay nagtatrabaho na. Okay? Next, guys, is Kabataan Ito. It's a project of DOLE in relation to Executive Order number 788 promoting a youth national service. So you can check their link. So ano naman ang Kabataan Ito? So it is an earning and learning project through which the IT literate unemployed youth shall be tapped in improving IT literacy among the out-of-school youth and other disadvantaged youth. So ano ang ibibigay ng Kabataan Ito? Kabataan Information Technology Opportunities. They will provide, number one, mentoring session. It is free. They will provide an internet access to online government programs and services. Ano pa? Number three, they will also help the out-of-school youth and the poor students and the disabled workers through information and community technologies. Okay? So, it's very important to be literate when it comes to technology. Diba? When it comes to computers, laptops, because we are the 21st century generations and we have to equip our skills with technology. Gone are the days nga hantay yung usaran ti laptop tayon. In a day, we will always use it. Diba? Gone are the days nga typewriter, gone are the days nga insurat ang amin. Well, we will always write, but essential itatang at the technology skills mo. No, it became a need or a qualifications for you to enter a job. Okay, so ni Kabataan Ito, tulungan na dagiti out of school youth can dagiti disabled workers, even OFWs na agkaroon ti knowledge about technology. Okay guys, are you all good? Now, why do you need to join youth programs? This is to enlighten you. Youth programs are important because not only do they channel youth energy in a positive way, but also it prepares the next generation of leadership in the workforce and in communities. It also provides youth with the skills necessary to guide others, influence opinions and policy, and become as role models for their peers and younger generations. So, youth programs, it's very important because experience is the best teacher. You cannot give what you do not have. So you have to be trained through these programs, and you are still young. So it's the best time to learn. It's the best time to discover new things and meet new people through these programs that you could use in order for you to influence others, and that you could use in order for you to grow and in order for you to manifest the true meaning of a Filipino. You know, when I was young like you, I joined leadership programs. I even entered the student council. I was a consistent student leader at Sibea for so many years. So I joined leadership camps and trainings. And it's really important, guys, kasi mausar yun to amin nga trainings yo to nag-apply kayo. Ipan yun to DJ resume yo. So at least makitan to ni recruiter nga, this person is a leader. This person is hungry for learning. So napintas nga impression nga you guys attended seminars. If you're a member of SICA, guys, I congratulate you. If you're a member of SK, salute to you because you are taking part and you know your role as a citizen, no? And you are makabayan. Okay, so to those who do not have initiatives yet, or to those who did not attend youth programs yet, it's the best time. Kaugubingan nyo, no? So it's the most efficient time. Kunada nga rod is strike while the iron is hot. Maalayo. So now that you have all the energy and stamina, it's the best time to invest in trainings because no, as you grow older, awantot energy yung una yan, agasawa kayon, sa balin to met responsibilities yon, hanyon to masangot ag training sen because you have your family as your priority. So while you are young, enjoy and learn from others through the youth programs. So thank you guys for listening. If you want to join youth programs, you can visit the following websites. Yeah, so this one is also good, that you guys. Facebook.com/millennialph. Thank you for listening. I hope you guys learned something today and you're enlightened to make a difference and know your purpose and become the best version of yourselves.